Okay, so now I'm going to go over the fact that you can add users to it. Now, adding users is very tedious and cumbersome. I will have to say that. But once you add them, they're there. You don't have to worry about it anymore, and etc. and so forth. So, let's kind of go over the simple process of adding a student manually into the system. Now, I've knocked myself down, not as an administrator, but I've knocked myself down to a teacher level. So now if I'm going into design, media, and prepress, you're going to see a new link, say add a student. Okay. Now if I've assigned the rights correctly to the teacher, if you click here, it'll ask you to add a student. Okay, so let's use our imagination here, shall we? Username. Something real simple. How about Jill? Jill Hill. Now, this has to be a real email address, sort of. It really helps to know this from your students. All students nowadays do have email addresses, so you should get that from them. I'm going to use that way later on I could check that. City, Jackson. You could put anywhere you want. If you want to keep it under wraps and say they're from Bangladesh, you could. In fact, I would say that I would put Bangladesh there. Remember the children's rights of information. So, real city and town, I would kind of put that there. Again, it's required, but that doesn't mean you can't lie. Okay. And you can even put them from a different country if you want. That's not going to change the overall language of it. All right, here is a description of the student, a picture of the student if you want, and let's say update profile. Great, that's already taken. Hmm. All right, so there we go. We got Jill with the password of Jill. And I signed that underneath a student. Okay, so let's go in here. Let's go into changing the way we teach. Go back into media prepress. And I'm going to kind of show you assign roles. Okay, you notice I have a student in here, and that's sample Joey. Well, now that I've added Jill to the mix, I can now add Jill to the class. So Jill will be located in here, Jill Hill. And there we go. It's as easy as that. I can assign right to it. Okay, now if I go back to media, I can now go to grades. And you can see I have now Jill in there. Alright, another thing that I didn't cover is groups, and we're going to cover that in the next video.